Hello everybody and welcome to another video on how to implement Daggerheart features on Roll20. This is an update to the Fear Tracker API that I have shown you before in a previous video. Now don't worry, you will have both options available to you. I will leave that video unchanged with the link inside as it currently is, and this video will lead you to another Google Drive document that will give you the specific code for this iteration of the Fear Tracker. So what does this Fear Tracker do? This Fear Tracker will give you a visual representation of a fear token on the map in the foreground layer for you. It will also move from map to map when you switch which active map you are currently on. So let's get this started, shall we? So we're going to do exclamation fear setup. This is going to give us our fear macros. So we have an add fear, we have remove fear, and we have fear manager. I have grouped all of my manager buttons into one. So I've got my countdown, my project, my adversary, my environment, and my fear manager all in one. So you can see here that with my fear manager, I've got all of my buttons grouped together. This is what you will get when you click on the fear manager macro yourself or you run it. If I add a fear, I add a fear onto the map. I then still get my little text chat output as well. That is in case, obviously, if people are panned down to another portion of the map. If I remove a fear, it also removes the fear. If I reset the fear, I get no fear. If I click short rest, I generate my short rest fear, which is 1d4, and then it is visually represented here. Same with if I was to use a long rest, which is a 2 this time. I can also add a custom amount of fear. So let's see, I have 7 fear till I'm at the max, so I get 7 fear. There we go. And if I want to remove, say, 10 because of some big ability, I can also do that in real time, nice and smooth. If you do decide that you don't want this little buffer that I have put of 3 squares, just so that the fear tokens don't interfere with the map, because they are on the foreground layer, when you move a token through them, they will fade away. So it is easy enough to do it that way as well if you want them to be visibly represented on the map. I, however, like to have a buffer. There we are. Now, let's show you this moving from one map to another, shall we? So we're going to put it on here. So we're going to change our active pin. And I get my 2 fear tokens are also there. There we go. If I changed their map to this one, I move this map down here because this is how I was using it before. Get rid of those. Get rid of that. Let's say I'm going to add a bunch of fear first. I'll add that to the active map. And when I want to go to this map, it is changed. There we are. Okay, so that's all relatively easy. But there is a couple of caveats to this. When you implement this API for yourself, you obviously will not have this very same token that I have made to track my fear. Instead, you will need to use your own assets from your own art library. So we're going to go to our palette icon here. We are going to find something that we want to use as a fear icon. So we're going to take maybe this icon here from the Chepeku tokens library. With it selected while it is on the any layer, we're going to press Z to magnify it, and then we are going to right click it and copy image address. We are then going to exit our game. We're going to go to our mod APIs. We're going to go to our fear manager. And what we're going to do is that you are going to change this one here, this constant token image URL on line 43 if it has copied over properly. And all you need to do is anything in this highlighted area, that is what needs to be changed. It also needs to be a PNG or a JPEG on the end of that image for it to work. Where you need to put this information in is also highlighted on the Google Drive sheet for this particular API, as well as information that you may want to change yourself is highlighted in blue. And if you do change the blue highlighted information so that the tokens are sized, spaced, and placed where you want, is you may want them vertically aligned to the map rather than horizontally. You will also need to change that information when we further go down here, and that is also highlighted in blue for you as well on the Google Drive sheet. So once that's all done, you have your token image pasted into the token image URL. It will then work as I have just shown you. I hope some of you have found this useful. If you have any problems, please comment down below on the video just to let me know, and I'll try to fix it for you as soon as possible. And I hope everybody has a wonderful next session, and we'll see you next time.